Willkommen auf der Springfield Amherst Train Show 2026, dieses Mal am Stand von Rapido. Und mit mir ist Jordan this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm very good. How
Perfect.
are you doing? Good
I'm
to
fine,
see you.
thanks a lot. Und er wird uns jetzt einiges über die neuen Modelle. Man sieht ja schon das Highlight des Jahres. Freue ich mich sehr drauf. Er wird uns jetzt die Handmuster zeigen und natürlich alles andere, was Rapido dieses Jahr für uns so auf den Tisch bringen wird. Jordan, your turn. Please
Thank
go.
you. Well, this is one of our big new announcements today. This is the all-new HO Scale U30CG. So this is a Santa Fe locomotive. It was custom made by General Electric in 1967, and it was bought for passenger service. There was only 6, and it was this very unique cowl design with the rounded nose. They went into passenger service originally. With the creation of Amtrak, they were converted to freight locomotives, and they ran until 1980. So we have the original war bonnet, the very famous war bonnet. We've got the original freight bookend scheme, and we've got 2 versions of the yellow war bonnet as they appeared in the through the 1970s. And we actually have the very first. Do we want to go around to look at the samples here? So these are the very first 3D prints. So these aren't tooling samples, but they're 3D prints based on our design files. We have the passenger version on the right as they were delivered, and this is the late freight version. So they had the steam generators removed, they removed the front pilots, and they had a variety of other details, but they're a very distinctive locomotive. They were around the same time as like the FP45s were being built by General Motors, and they're a very cool locomotive, never done before in plastic, and we think this is going to be a huge hit. And that's the first of our big GE locomotives that we're announcing today. Do you want to do that as a separate clip or?
Yes.
Okay, so let's
Ja. Jetzt haben wir das Ganze ganz kurz auf Deutsch. Das Highlight bei Rapido dieses Jahr ist die U28CG General Electric. Das ist die Passenger Version, Personenausführung, und das ist die Frachtausführung. GE hat nur 6 Maschinen für Santa Fe gebaut, aber sie sind im Laufe der Jahre durch alle Lackierungen durchgegangen. Und das ist, I can't touch it, is it?
Yep.
Be careful, I know. And it's, I love this engine. Ich freue mich wirklich, dass das Ding kommt. It's a good shot. Okay. Okay, and Jordan, up to you next, please.
Okay. All right. So the next locomotive we're going to look at is it's the New Jersey Transit U34CH. Do you want to go over to the poster?
Yes.
Let's look at the poster over here.
Look at the poster.
So this expands on our new series of universal 6-axle locomotives built by GE in the 60s and 70s. These were custom made originally for the Erie-Lackawanna for commuter service. They went to New Jersey Transit, and unlike the U30CG, these had head-end power built into them, which was a very kind of a very new thing at the time to have head-end power in a passenger train. These were again used for commuter service right into the 1990s, and it's all new tooling from the ground up. We've got New Jersey Transit, we've got 4 different versions. We even have a Conrail 1976 bicentennial that we're including. And we do have one of the 3D prints as well. We can have a look at those in a sec. They're very distinctive though, with the big red marker light in the center of the nose. That's the big distinctive factor on these, that you can really tell them apart from everything else. And again, these were a commuter locomotive. Some of them very later on, they were sold into freight service. Some of them went to Mexico towards the end of their service lives. But one has been preserved and has been restored by one of the museums, I believe in New Jersey, and you can still see it today. So the last 2 big General Electric locomotives we're announcing this weekend. We've got the U33C and the U36C. So these were the 3,300 horsepower and 3,600 horsepower big GEs. This was the kind of the heavy haul locomotives that they were building in the 60s and 70s, and no 2 are alike. We've got lots of different detail variations, but we got like Penn Central, Delaware and Hudson, Southern Pacific, Santa Fe, and we've got several other paint schemes that aren't shown on the board here. But you can see the different detail variations. Like we've got the SP version. This is a later SP, or sorry, this is the early SP version, an earlier phase. We've got the big UDE light. You've got the gyro light, the headlight, bell over the long hood. You got the interesting kind of the tapered fairing ahead of the radiators. That's a detail that was removed by later units. But each one is a little bit different. You got different snowplow variations, footboards, no footboards, different long hoods, different cabs. The big L cab on SP. Again, the Santa Fe. This is a late Santa Fe, so it has all kinds of unique Santa Fe details that are different from the other ones. And we do have samples of these, so we can go over and have a look at the first 3D printed samples. So this is all the 3D printed samples based on the design files. Of course, we've got the U34CH on the end, and the rest of these are all the U36Cs. On the top, you can see all the radiator differences. This is the early radiators and the later versions. These, of course, will have all etched metal details, separate wire metal grab irons. We've got air conditioner details, different antenna arrangements, beacons, roof lights, different cab faces and window arrangements, different trucks, either the Rockwell or the Adirondack trucks in several different variations. And these also have, also like our C36-7, these now feature rotating bearing caps on all axles where appropriate. So it's a big step up for our big GE locomotive fleet in HO scale.
Sehr gut. Thank you, Jordan. Ich fasse das kurz nochmal zusammen. Er hat uns also erklärt, das sind die neuen U33C, U36C mit den ganzen feinen Details, was die Nasen angeht, die Glocken, die Scheinwerfer, die Air Intakes für alle möglichen Lackierungen. Und das wird sicher eine spannende Sache, weil ich habe noch nie so ein Heck bei der Southern Pacific von oben gesehen. Also das wird fallen. Und vorher hatten wir ganz kurz die New Jersey Transit Maschine auf der ersten Posteransicht. Und da war der Gag, dass das Ding das erste Mal in Serie gebaut wurde mit Head and Power. Das heißt, die Maschine war von Anfang an für Push-and-Pull-Service vorgesehen. Das bis zu dem Zeitpunkt überhaupt gar nicht möglich war. Das war das Interessante bei dieser Maschine. Eine steht noch im Museum, alle anderen sind leider nicht mehr im Einsatz. Und das war Jordan, Rapido Trains.
Yep.
Appreciate very much.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming by.
Cut. Bye bye. Auf das. Okay. So. Und nun willkommen zurück am Rapido-Stand. Diesmal für die Freude der Endspur. Jordan, immer noch neben mir, immer noch fleißig dabei. Still with me.
Still here.
Still here. And he will take us now in the N-scale segment with Rapido for the new announced RDCs 2 and RDC 3.
Absolutely.
Jordan, please go ahead.
All right, so we have our new RDCs here. You can see we have the RDC 1s that were released in 2025, and now we have two new RDCs. We've got, this is the RDC 2, and we've also got, that's another RDC 2, the RDC 3. So the RDC 2 is the coach baggage, and the RDC 3 has the smaller coach area with a baggage area and also a mail RPO area for your post office. These are new toolings. They come with various different body variations. You've got the phase 1, these are both phase 2 actually car bodies, but we also have the phase 1. This is a phase 1 car here that has the different cab, different windows, different headlight arrangements. You also have different fluting styles based on the prototype. And these are coming in a variety of different paint schemes, both Canadian and American paint schemes. Our first run of RDCs sold out almost immediately. That's the all coach. These are the coach RDC 1s. Those sold out almost immediately. So we're right on the heels of that with the new RDC 2s and 3s. These are going to be a huge product. We're very excited for these. Self-propelled, of course. Full interiors, full lighting, optional sound. They have operating rear marker lights or headlights that are directional, and just a really cool model. Lots of separately applied details, full underbodies as well. These are a must if you're an N-scale modeler from the 1950s right into the modern era. That is our N-scale Bud RDCs. See the Santa Fe set from the first production run. Of course, these are early samples, so they're subject to change. We might have some artwork and paint changes before we get to the new release. These will be out later this year as well, probably the end of 2026. We expect these to release.
North Lights